construction of sentences and how you build it. Yesterday, you did very, very well on the speaking. I want to give you some feedback about that. Right now, I want to focus a little bit on how to build bigger sentences and how to connect everything as it's supposed to be. Okay, especially when we're gonna extend our speech. So we're gonna continue on this lesson called phrases, but now we're gonna go and extend them. Let's go directly with listening tips. Tips on listening. Okay. Extending phrases is a really interesting topic. And this will be focusing especially on blue phrases. Okay, that's going to be our main focus. Not this blue, this blue. What are the phrases that we use in color blue?
Nouns.
Excellent, brother. We are talking about nouns. Okay, so whenever if you have any question, remember we are talking about noun phrases. Okay, noun phrases are these words that are replaced by a noun. No, are technically nouns, but with many words into one single noun, including connectors, including everything that we saw at the beginning of the classes. We were talking about all the adjectives that go together. For example, this one. There's one, no? The old weather beating abandoned house on the corner. But if you say a beautiful sunset. Okay. We have also, can you give me an example of a noun phrase? It has a lot of adjectives. Oh, come on, don't be shy.
Maybe the oldest house in the block.
The oldest
House in the block.
Perfect. If we take into consideration this sentence or these sections, these segments, portions of information, and then you want to build a complete sentence, you're gonna get the old weather beat abandoned house on the corner. Then we can use a verb, person verb complement, and we can say has been as a verb phrase to complement it. And then the rest of the sentence, which can be has been complement Bob. If you understand all this, as a noun phrase, it can be really easy to identify the portions of information. Right? It's so easy to see these portions of information as one sentence that has many, many colors together. That becomes really easy. The same with the rest. We can say, a beautiful sunset. Let's say, what do you think? A beautiful sunset was captured. Then we can use the complement on the photograph. On the photograph, just like that. It makes more sense, no? We have portions of information into smallest or into correct separation. And also, by rule, you need to remember that we can also use a noun after the verb. So you can say, for example, using a different subject, Edward Edward owns. And then we have another phrase. The oldest. This is an example of a classical. Technically, what I am teaching you is the relation between the verb and the noun phrase. When you have an intransitive verb or when you have a transitive verb, when you need a second noun. Today, I'm going to teach you how to expand these sentences and to give more information per sentence. This is what we're going to call a complex sentence. It's very necessary to learn how to expand sentences and put it in the correct position. When you are talking in English, you need to use more information sometimes to give more context to the listener before the verb. If you say, you're going to use pronouns in the same color, and we're going to not call it pronouns, we're going to call it extenders. These extenders help me extend the noun. And here it goes. The old weather-beaten abandoned house on the corner. That was, let's say, that was inhabited in the 1920s. Now we are talking about more information about the same noun. I didn't need to make a comma or to expand better or whatever. I only used this word, the word that, expand and extend the principal noun that we are talking about. First, it looked like this. Now, it looks like this. There is more information here. This verb, the word was, technically, it's not the principal verb of the sentence. The principal verb is this one. And we usually consider that the first verb is a principal verb. Well, take a note. This is not the main verb.
It's not the main verb because it is part of the noun. So because we are describing the noun, we
Correct?
continue with the description of the noun. Okay.
It is just a
Yes, like you said, an extender.
an extender.
Yeah.
It is extending the noun, the principal noun, so it doesn't mean that it's a verb in the sentence. Of course, you need some rules. You need to talk in past. If this verb is in past, then this verb needs to be in past. Your extender needs to have coherence, you know?
To have what?
Coherence,
Oh, yes. Okay.
right? Coherence.
Coherence.
Coherence. Okay.
Everything needs to be in the correct position. The main verb is all over here. We can also, let's extend the next one using that.
Can we use instead of that which?
Exactly. That's correct. By rule, the word that tips about extenders. That can be replaced with or which. So we can just say, a beautiful sunset was captured on the photograph. And then we can say, on the photograph, which I took for you. Now we are using the word which. And it's the same, you can say, a beautiful sunset was captured on the photograph that I took from you. It's, does it make sense?
Yes.
And what about who? Well, we can talk about a person.
Yes.
Extending Edward, we can say Edward. Paréntesis, coma. Edward to, como here, to kindly receive us in the neighborhood, again, receive us in the neighborhood, owns the oldest house in the book. And again, we are extending one more time. Okay, technically this is the easy part. Let's try to do it yourself. Okay, let's start with these phrasal verbs. Let's try with this noun first. Let's do this exercise. I'm going to give you a noun phrase and you will expand it, okay? Exercise number 1. Fill the blank spaces with an example. Cool. I'm going to start with the woman. Then we're going to use the extender. And then the verb will be es. Complement. Okay. Invite. Let's begin with you.
It could be something like something like who's dressed with a blue dress? No, with a blue shirt.
Okay. Good idea.
The woman who's dressed with a blue shirt is from Kenya. Is it correct, the pronunciation, Kenya? Or
Yes. It's Kenya. Good job. I like it. Very nice example, girl. Let's go with the next. Number 2. Healthy. Gonna give me this one. The book is
the book that is on the table
good.
is mine.
Very nice.
On the table. Oh, yeah.
You said on the table. You said on. No problem at all. Very good. Next. Isaac. Jennifer. Acts in that movie.
Jennifer, who is the tallest woman in the correct poster?
What?
Poster? The picture? No, in the picture. What acts in that movie? In that movie? Is it? Yes.
That's very good. Okay. Finally, Jessica.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Melody. What's the name of this? Ringo. Was a good dog.
Ringo, who was, I am not sure about the pronunciation, adopted, was a good dog.
Sounds very good. This is the easy part. Now we're gonna go to something a little bit more complex. When you are going to use a speaking in English, the pronoun whom, whose, and no, whom and whose are considered formal. Therefore, not full common. But sometimes it can happen. For example, we're gonna take the sentence sentence 1. I say the house is red. The roof of the house is red. This is sentence number 1. Actually, this is the sentence on me is correct. And I need you to pay a lot of attention here because we are talking about joining two sentences into one. Okay? Extenders whom and whose are considered formal and they merge two ideas into one. I need you to practice this for your speaking exercises and for listening carefully. Idea number 1, the roof of the house is red. And then we have idea number 2. The house belongs to my friend. It is that one. If I want to speak about possession, but I want to extend, talk about the color of the house, I need to use my subject, which is the house. Then I need to extend using the roof of the house. Whose roof is red. And then I take subject, verb and complement from the original sentence. Belongs to my friend. This makes the sentence, the house whose roof is red belongs to my friend. Attention here. The reason I selected the first example as a possessive is because we have the connector of. And technically, this works with the connector of, or it works with apostrophe s. If you say the house's roof. These two options indicate that you need to use whose. Either the connector of or the apostrophe s. These are your indicatives to use whose. Do you understand it?
Yes.
What about the rest?
Yes.
Cool.
Teacher, whom
Mhm.
and whose is the it's is the same? Not
You
really.
see? Who and whose, right?
Yes, is the same.
No.
Yes.
In this case, see that how we are not talking about possession. Who is the tallest woman in the picture?
Mhm.
This is not a possessive,
Mm-mm.
but here there is a possession.
Yes. We use whose.
Correct? Because we are talking about the roof of the house.
Okay.
It's right here too.
But
And
whom is the same that who?
whom is the same as who? Yes, correct.
Okay, okay.
Whom, yes. Who's not?
Whose is for possessive.
Correct.
Okay.
This may seem easy. Probably it is easy to see it with a person, because in this case I used an object. Objects can possess things too,
Okay. Yes.
right? But you can say, for example, in the same context, I can say, following. Example. I'm going to use again a possessive. Okay? And I'm going to say, the husband of here. Or on the other side, there's husband. Okay?
Okay.
And this person this person got drunk on Annie's wedding. And he got stupid. I mean, he was so embarrassed. Clary was like, oh, Jesus Christ. But well, okay. And then I can use a second idea. And we're going to use now Claire as the main actor. Claire got embarrassed. How would you join these two sentences? Think about it for a second while Jessie passes attendance. Okay? Good,
Hello,
Jessie.
teacher.
Good night.
Good night. So, good night, everyone. I will take attendance, please. Is here Elsie? Hi, Elsie. Good night.
Hello, Jessie. Good
Hi.
night.
Good night. Sil. Hello, Sil. Good night.
Hello, Jessie, good night.
Thank you. Jessie. Hello, Jessie. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Jessie. And Isaac. Hello, Isaac. Good night.
Have a good night.
Thank you. So, thank you, everyone. Have a good.
Thank you, my
See
lady.
you tomorrow.
Bye, bye.
See you
See you.
tomorrow. Thank you.
Who wants to tell me?
It could be something like Claire's husband, whom embarrassed her, got drunk on Annie's wedding.
Whom embarrassed her? Incorrect. Because we are talking about a possessive. And we need to give protagonism to Clary, not to the husband.
And could it be Claire,
Claire.
whose husband got drunk on Annie's wedding, got
Exactly.
embarrassed?
It's also Silvana. What's going on here is that this second idea is the principal one. So technically, Claire got embarrassed is the principal main idea. Let me give you some below so you can see it better, like this. Is it visible? No, it's not visible. Just like that. Technically, this is the principal idea. Claire got embarrassed. And what we need to do is to extract the main idea and extend the subject of the main idea. We are extending the subject from the principal idea. Does it make sense? Or it doesn't make sense?
Yes, it does.
Literally, we are only separating subject and verb and putting more information in between. Claire got embarrassed. Claire got embarrassed. That's it. Questions? Questions? Are you sure?
Yes, I think it's clear.
Let's practice that.
No.
Oh,
How can we use whom?
how can we use whom? This is told, said precisely the thing. Whom and who are the same.
Okay, okay.
Technically the same. In more modern speech, are the same. But if you see old books of English, they're going to tell you that whom is used when there is a second person. So you say, my, let's try this one. The woman. The woman is from Kenya. In this sentence, there's only one person. But if the woman did something to another person, you need to use whom to connect this second action and the second person. The woman is from Kenya, and the woman, John married the woman. John married the woman. So the woman whom John married is from Kenya.
Okay.
There is a second person affecting the woman. In more modern speech, you can say the woman who John married is from Kenya, and there's no issue with that. Even in the certificate, they don't care about that anymore.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks.
That's pretty much it. So let's try to practice. If I say, Silvana, the man, the wallet of the man, or the man's wallet. Hold on. Idea number 2. A man reported things. Connect the full idea still.
Okay, let me think.
Meanwhile, she thinks, Isaac, you are going to do this second one.
Is it the same that the other that we have to use whose? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I don't know, you tell me. Do you need whose or do you need that?
I was thinking in the man which wallet was stolen reported the incident.
Reporting the incident. Almost correct.
Oh.
Almost correct. Everything is perfect except the which.
That?
The indicative that you need a possessive is here. Of or apostrophe s. These two. So because of these two, you will need to use the possessive. What is the possessive? Correct. Does it make sense?
Yes.
That's the one. You are correct. Isaac. Paintings. The paintings are not something more difficult. Her painting. Or the paintings of her are displayed in the museum. That's idea number one. Idea number two. He is the artist.
Okay, that's a difficult one.
A little, just a little.
It's the paintings of who?
I'm going to help you with position.
I'm not sure because we have the noun are already her paintings or the paintings of her. So
Remember the main idea.
will it be paintings? No, let me think.
Remember the main idea. Check. When we were talking about the main idea, we were talking about the Claire got embarrassed. This is the principal idea. So are we talking about Claire or her husband?
Claire.
How do you know that? Because the husband is possessed.
Okay.
You see? So technically the husband is just the object of the sentence. Whose husband got drunk. In this case, who is the principal information?
That she is the artist.
Correct. That's your main idea.
Or maybe she is the artist whose paintings are displayed in the museum.
Correct. Museum. Transition.
Museum.
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 Three syllables, not two.
Museum. Museum.
It's not Museum.
Museum.
Excellent, complete.
He is the artist whose paintings are displayed in the museum.
Exactly. Okay. Ta-da. That's the way you use whose.
Okay.
So study it, check it. Jessica, you are next. Okay, but that's gonna be tomorrow. We need to rest.
Yes.
Okay, please. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Thank you, teacher.
See you later.
Thank you,
See you.
teacher.
Thank you.
Teacher, you too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, teachercito.
You too. See you.